What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Natepushweights. I'm back again with another video. Today we're talking about Xbox and the Red Ring of Death. Now, we finally got the cause of the Xbox Red Ring of Death. For so long, the cause of the actual Red Ring of Death was so unknown. But in a recent documentary from Microsoft 2 years ago, they pretty much explained the case. Now, although this might not be the entire reason as to why this actually was the case, we can get a little bit of background on talking about this. Now, in a documentary called Power On by Microsoft, it's called The Story of Xbox. And pretty much what they do is, pretty much in this documentary, they pretty much talk about the Xbox and its development, Xbox 360 specifically. And in one of the episodes titled The Red Ring of Death, they deeply talk about not only the struggles that happened throughout the whole situation of Red Ring of Death, but a little bit on why they think caused it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the truth of this whole Red Ring of Death thing. Now, if you owned an Xbox 360 back in the day, which I did, you probably remember the fear and frustration of the Red Ring of Death, or the Red Ring Light, whatever you want to call it. Now, not only did this affect millions and millions upon gamers across the world that owned an Xbox 360, but it also cost Microsoft $1 billion in repairs and, warranties and stuff like that, lost sales. So what exactly caused the Red Ring of Death? And also, why did it take so long for Microsoft to figure this out? Well, in this documentary, I will also link in the description so you guys can take a look. The series pretty much features interviews with the executives and engineers that actually created and developed the Xbox 360. Now, the Red Ring of Death had such a huge impact on everything about Xbox 360 that they think it was caused by overheating of the actual 360, as many people pretty much assumed as well. But that wasn't necessarily the case. Instead, apparently, the cause of the whole Red Ring of Death was actually the rapid temperature rise and actual drops of the console, which put stress on the components and connectors in the actual 360. Now, the problem was that gamers would pretty much turn on their Xbox and turn it off rapidly. Not rapidly, but turn it on and off to the sense that the temperatures would go up and down, like you were constantly playing rather than just keeping the Xbox on, letting it do its thing. Now apparently gamers were getting these. Now apparently another cause was leaving the Xbox on and it getting overheated as well. So now pretty much these temperatures drops were going up and down so rapidly that it did put a lot of stress on the components and overheat them, and eventually they would break. Now that makes a lot of sense, to be honest, because I owned an Xbox, and when I owned an Xbox, I think I was maybe 13 to 16 years old, and I had no idea. Now I knew of the Red Ring of Death. I knew that, if you got the Red Ring of Death, you were pretty much fucked and your Xbox was pretty much destroyed. I knew that. And when I got it, I was so devastated. I was so devastated. This was back in the Guitar Hero days where literally I was playing Guitar Hero nonstop every day. And when I got this era, I looked at my Xbox and I was just so devastated. Now, not to mention my dad did also play Xbox as well. And right after he got off of it, I got on it, and that's when it happened. I was so devastated. You guys don't even know. I thought my Xbox was superior to other Xboxes. Like, it would never get the Red Ring of Death, and it did. And I was so fucking hurt about it. But yeah, I can say I was a victim to the Red Ring of Death as well. Now, the CEO of Microsoft back in the day, Steve Ballmer, had to invest in so much money in trying to get extended warranties for the device because obviously it was happening all over the world and people were like, what the hell? Now, meanwhile, this was the greatest console back then in its age. Xbox 360 was probably the most sold. It beat out PlayStation. It was at its prime era of Xbox. So obviously you can imagine that Microsoft was doing everything in the world to try to get extensions and, to pretty much try to fix the problem that they had no idea was causing the problem. But that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, you guys should go check out this documentary. It is on YouTube. You can watch all the episodes. I will link in the description so you guys can do that. But it is a good watch. Back in the day, we were all kids pretty much playing Xbox 360. Now, we're a little bit older. Now, I'm a PC gamer now. I'm not really an Xbox gamer anymore, even though I do own an Xbox Series S. I switched over to the PC side. It just seems to be more superior than Xbox, in my opinion. But, I mean, it's pretty much the same company, if you think about it like that. But that being said, the Red Ring of Death did put a lot of gamers to shame back in the day. But that's pretty much just for it. But that's pretty much it for this video for today. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment below. Also, be sure to hit that notification bell for future videos. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.